Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you the keys to crushing the inside pitch. Now, if you don't know how to hit the inside pitch, it can be a scary pitch. It's a great pitch to get jammed on and break wood bats and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, once you learn how to handle an inside pitch properly, you should be really excited because you're going to have more power on an inside pitch when you're hitting the ball to your pull side, because quite simply, you're more connected on an inside pitch than you are on an away pitch. And if you're more connected, everything's in tight to your body where you're strongest, that's gonna lead to hitting the ball a very long ways, some towering home runs. And so I really think this video is gonna be helpful for you, especially if you struggle with currently hitting the inside pitch. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, so the very first key that I think is really important for you to understand is, where do we actually want to make contact with the inside pitch? Where do we want to hit it, right? And then once we understand ideally where we want to make contact with the pitch, then we can figure out how to get your barrel there and how to get your body into a position to make that happen. But first of all, it's important to understand on an inside pitch, you can see the ball set up on a tee here on the inside part of the plate. Inside pitches, we want to hit the ball out front. Okay, we're gonna hit the ball much more out in front on an inside pitch than we are on an away pitch, okay? So you see an inside pitch here, I'm gonna make contact somewhere here, out front on an inside pitch. So this is very important for you to first understand proper contact points. On a middle pitch, this is not an away pitch, but this is a middle pitch, we're not gonna make contact quite out as far as we would on an inside pitch. We're still hitting the ball out in front of us, but we're not gonna make contact quite as out in front, all right? And then on an away pitch, we're gonna make contact even further back. And the reality is we're still gonna hit it out in front of us. We're still gonna make contact out in front of the plate. But on an away pitch, you have to let the ball get a little bit deeper and travel a little bit longer, and that's gonna be the pitch where we hit it the furthest back here in hopes of spraying that ball to the opposite field. But just understand, that's the first key. You've gotta understand, inside pitches, we can't hit those back here where we would with an away pitch, okay? We have to hit inside pitches out front, middle pitches, and a little bit further back, and away pitches a little bit more behind that. All right, so hopefully you understand why we need to hit an inside pitch further out in front of us as opposed to any other pitch location. Now, because we need to hit the ball out in front of us more, that actually means that our body has a longer distance to travel, okay? If this pitch was an away pitch out here, okay, after I load and I stride, all I have to do to hit an away pitch, I just have to travel this far here, right? That's a short distance. A middle pitch, it's a little bit further. Instead of hitting it here, I have to travel a little bit more. And on an inside pitch, I'm not hitting it here, I'm not hitting it here, and I am hitting it here. So my body has to travel the furthest on an inside pitch. That's why key number 2 is you need to get your front foot down early and get it going and start your swing. Now, I'm not telling you, okay, to get your front foot down early, meaning, okay, load and stride and get your front foot down early like this and kill all your rhythm and timing and momentum. That's what, I mean, a lot of hitters here get your front foot down early and they think, okay, well, as soon as the pitcher lifts his leg, I get to get my foot down so I'm ready to hit. No, that's not what I'm talking about. In fact, a better way to think about it is get your foot up early. You don't need to get it down early. You want to get it up early, because the goal is when your foot lands, it's just continuous momentum. You don't want this start and stop and losing momentum. But on an inside pitch, okay, ideally you're gonna get your front foot in the air early. Your eyes are gonna be watching the baseball. Your brain's gonna make the decision on whether or not to swing. And when you recognize that's an inside pitch, you've gotta get things going and you've gotta get your front foot down, because the rotational part of your swing is not going to start until your foot hits the ground, okay? So again, I'm not telling you get your front foot down early in the traditional sense of like this, okay? What I am saying is get your foot up early, and when you recognize it's an inside pitch, you've got to get it down and you've got to get your swing going, because you have the furthest distance to travel. Does that make sense? The next key is your brain. You've got to have an aggressive mentality. You've got to anticipate, especially on an inside pitch, but every single time you step in the box, you have to anticipate swinging. The way that you do that is having a yes, yes, no mentality. But I really want to stress the importance of you have to have this all the time, but really on an inside pitch, because you do not have time, especially as you work your way up the ranks and you start seeing better velocity, you do not have time to, okay, I'm going to see if it's a strike and then decide to swing. You don't have time to see it and hit it. You have to, when you step in the batter's box, be committed to, I am swinging at this pitch. Okay, so I'm swinging, yes, 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 get my foot in the air early, yes, yes, up, it's an inside pitch, yes, and go. And it's easy to tell yourself, you know, yes, 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 and then up, no, and tap the brakes. But it's much harder, especially on an inside pitch, because you don't have time. Our body has to travel the furthest to hit it, and it's getting to us the quickest, right? So you don't have time to see it and make that decision on, am I going to swing? Yes, no, maybe. It's got to be, no, I am anticipating swinging, and then it's very, very easy to tap the brakes. So yes, 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 and either yes or yes, 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 up, no, put the brakes on. Moving right along, the next key to crushing the inside pitch is you've got to pull your hands in and stay connected. All right, I talked about earlier, if the pitch is on the outer part of the plate, we're not going to be as connected on an outside pitch, right? Because in order to hit this pitch, my hands and everything else have to be a little bit further away from my body. I'm not going to be able to hit an outside pitch with everything tucked in here like this. Not to say that I'm going to try to get, you know, extension at the point of contact, but everything is going to be a little bit further away from me. But on an inside pitch, it's got to be the exact opposite. All right, with an inside pitch, you can't allow things to get out here like this and take an around the ball bat path. You have got to recognize, oh, that's an inside pitch, and you've got to pull your hands in tight. And what I mean by staying connected is everything's in here. Okay, this is disconnected out here like this. This is a nice, short, connected swing that's going to allow me to get on plane with the pitch, and it's going to allow me to be the strongest when I actually make contact with this baseball right here. I love to use the analogy of, you know, holding a 45-pound plate. Are you stronger with it out here away from you or in tight here like this? Obviously in tight here like this. Why does it feel so hard to hold it out like this? Because you're weaker there, okay? So we don't want to, especially on an inside pitch, right? We don't want to be weak. We want to be as strong as we possibly can. We get there by doing a really good job of, as soon as we recognize it's an inside pitch, we've got to pull our hands in, stay tight, stay connected. That's going to allow us to hit this baseball the hardest and furthest. And then the last key for today's video that'll really help you crush the inside pitch. This isn't something that I would really focus on. It's more of something that I would ensure that you're doing. So check and see, get your swing on video and make sure, okay, is this something I'm doing or do I need to work on it? But that is getting full rotation of your hips. Full hip rotation is going to be critical on an inside pitch. Again, I'm going to use the example of if I put the tee out here, on an outside pitch, my hips are not going to rotate quite as much, right? Okay, so see my hips start here like this. I load and stride. On an outside pitch, because it's the shortest distance to travel, my hips only have to rotate that far, okay? On an inside pitch, they're gonna have to rotate not only to here, but a little bit further. And then on an inside pitch, when that pitch is out here like this, that's gonna be where my hips have to fully rotate. I have to get every ounce of my hips into the baseball. But when you do that, watch how much your power increases, okay? So again, I probably wouldn't focus on, oh, I've got to rotate my hips. Just make sure that on an inside pitch, you've got to rotate your hips fully. That's going to allow the barrel to get there and for you to hit it flush. Before you go, I want to share with you a brand new free gift that I created for you. It's 100% free. It's called the Contact Point Checklist. Now, this Contact Point Checklist, what I've done is I've freeze framed the swing at the point of contact, and I've highlighted the key areas that you need to focus on. So what you can do, it's 100% free. You can download this checklist and you can compare your swing and see, okay, which areas am I doing a really good job in at the point of contact, and where are some areas where I can improve. So I really think it's gonna be a powerful free resource for you, 100% free. All you have to do to download it is just click on the link below. I've included the link in the description as well as the first comment. So go there, download your free Contact Point Checklist. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the new videos we're putting out. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time.